Here it is, March 23, 2023. I'm back down at the Scottsdale Civic Center Mall. I'm going to do some filming today. The last day I was able to shoot was January 19, 2023. But after that, I developed an infection in my foot that required hospitalization and surgery. So I wasn't able to shoot for about 2 months because I just couldn't get around very well at all. So I'm going to come back here today as I am now. And I'm starting off down here at the Memorial for the Fallen in Scottsdale, which I shot when they were constructing this. And I'll just do a little bit of a walk around of this. It's a nice little monument up here where they can hold presentations and whatnot. Time now is 7:19 a.m. I think this is just carries the names of about 61 or so Arizonans who lost their lives in conflicts fighting for their country. So I'm just going to shoot just a little bit here. Let me back down the steps here to the lawn. Still not 100% on walking around here. Haven't really walked that much for a while, so got to be careful. But here we are, the Memorial for the Fallen. Here, a new thing. It's been added to the rear of City Hall for people to come and pay their respects. Back over here, they're still working on the east end of the project. The fences are still up. So it's been about 2 months since they've sealed off the east end and opened the west end, which was back on January 20. So still work going on and stuff to be done back over here. So I'm going to cut this short and I'm going to move back around to the main mall area, and I'll shoot some video of all the progress that's been made out there. Alrighty. Right, here I am down in front of City Hall now. You can see the fences are still up. They have yet to fill the lagoons out here. So the lagoons are still not ready to go. And you can see they have this whole end fenced off, and they're still working back over there. Doesn't look like they've even put stucco on the restrooms yet. So I'm going to shoot just a tiny bit here for update purposes, and I'm going to move on around a little bit. Right, here I am coming up the sidewalk from the north side of the Civic Center Mall. Area time is 7:24 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Coming up by the Botanic Gardens and over towards the Love Statue. I'll just do some walking tour segments through here. You can see this is how the Botanic Gardens looks now. I don't know if they'll attempt to make it any better than it is, but that's what they got so far. Walking on over towards the Love Statue. A lot of these areas here and around are just dirt. They're just dirt areas. I'm not sure if there's a plan to eventually make that something better. It's just going to be dirt. Kind of low budget. Doesn't really make the area look that special. See, the fences are up here. I don't know how long it's going to take them to finish this. March was the original contracted deadline for the project, but I mean the end of March, and I don't think it doesn't look like they're making that. It's hard to say, but it doesn't look very finished. Look over here. Here's the Fog and Water Plaza. It's come along quite a bit. I can see they put some stonework out there. And then back over here, the canopy is pretty far along now, I think. Sun's kind of in my eyes here. And shoot through the fence. Here's a drink water statue right here. Don Quixote. And they put the grass down in front of the down in the East Bowl there, so they're making progress, but still has a ways to go here. So let me walk on around this way. There's a love statue. Back here, the canopy with the sun coming up on it. We've got up there lighting up there now, and all the uplighting is set up, and they're still working on that to get that completed. I sweep around here. You can see the Botanic Gardens. Back over to the north, and the canopy here. Let me tilt my... And back over here they created a path through where you can get back and forth to the library through here, where they have their sort of main east end side, and then the incline ramp, which I think still needs to be completed. The last time I was down here. Yeah, so the incline ramp still blocked off, but you can see through here. We've cut a path fence-wise so that you can walk through here. See what's happening with the incline ramp. And there is some progress on the incline ramp there. They are getting that pretty well fixed up, it looks like. Let me go over here. I think I can get a better shot of it back over here. You can see over here, got a little flower bed fixed up. My gimbal's getting kind of wacky here. Let me reset my gimbal. And you can see the incline ramp comes down. A lot of bicycle racks along here. So maybe it won't be too long until this incline ramp is ready to be open to the public. And this will be a really nice way to come up to the Civic Center here. Up this incline ramp. And down from the parking structure, looks like they're prepping to put up handrails along this today. See, they're carrying their handrails there. So this will be nice. Beats those old steps that were up there. have some handrails to assist you going up. That looks good. Walk up back towards the Civic Center Mall itself. Shoot over the fence over here. The bathroom. This gate's open. Got various entryways in here. See, they've got the children's garden pretty far along there. They've got their trees in their in the planters here in the grove, and the children's playground looks pretty far along. So this is coming along. Walk back out into the main mall area. See here, pathway that they've fixed up down through here that I just came through just makes it easier for the public to access the parts of the mall that are completed. And again, back over here, this area here is still just dirt. I don't know if there's a plan to improve on that or if it's just going to stay dirt. But here's the canopy, and I think I'm going to stop filming here and move on around and shoot a few other things before I call it a day down here. I'm going to do a complete walking tour. Alrighty. Right, here I am down in front of the Performing Arts Center. So we can see the A-line bar is coming along. They're getting their superstructure set up there. Metalwork getting put up. Moving that bar along closer to completion. Got a lot of workers on site down here. They pan back around to the canopy. Still appears to be quite a bit of work left to do to complete the project. Here, there, and yonder, especially on the east end. So here's what we got down here. Continuing to get this bar set up. So it's looking good. So let me cut this short here and move on around to the West Paseo and finish up down there. Alrighty. I think I'm going to pick up my videotaping here as I walk through this area. You can see they still just have this area is dirt. It's not really fixed up like anything. Kind of cheap looking. Then here we have a shot back up to the canopy, back down to the East Bowl area. So it's kind of in the coming up there on the shooting area. So let me show you a little bit about the Marshall Gardens back over here. We have the wedding lawn all turfed in. So it's looking good. The actual presentation of the fountain and everything is kind of poor. I thought they were going to do more for the water jet coming up than they ended up doing here. It's just a pipe sticking up. There's supposed to be some kind of a decorative feature there according to the original presentation, but I think a lot of stuff got chopped out or maybe is yet to be implemented in the future. Not sure. But I would say on the whole the project sort of fell below its promise of the presentation. But it's okay. I mean, you know, it's good enough. Not as good as it could have been, but maybe yet it'll still be better than it is now. We'll see. Got the time it's going to take for the trees to mature and come along. That'll be years into the future before those trees reach their promise. And they've added a few of these sort of colorful horses around the area. One down at the entry to the West Paseo, this one here. And here we go. This is the Gateway Plaza. Starting to get to be a little bit winded now. Haven't really gotten much exercise in over the last 2 months. But I have to build myself back up here. Welcome down to the West Paseo. Finish up the day down here. And this is all nice and flat now. Right, here I am coming into the West Paseo. I was walking along thinking I was videotaping, but for some reason I had managed to shut off the camera, so now I'm backtracking and redoing this. Try to repeat what I said. One thing I was talking about was these benches down through here. And I was saying these partitions they have on the benches in the middle, I think that may be to discourage homeless people from sleeping on these, since there is homeless people down in this area. Quite a few that have been down in here many years. Back over here by the bathroom. I think I wanted to show down here. You can see right here, instead of creating a continuous pathway through there to the restroom, they decided to put a flower bed area here, which when I'm down here observing, people just walk across this. They should have just made this continuous sidewalk down through there so you could go straight to the bathroom. It's kind of a great. Somebody down here making noise now. So that's kind of a design flaw in my opinion. Should have made it access the restrooms easy and straightforward like it was originally. But up here in front of the little museum, back over here, Winfield Scott and his wife Helen, I think is her name. All this fixed up. And back over here, hard to see them from here, but the yearlings are back and they're back in the area. and then back for a bit. I don't think the presentation is as nice as it was originally. It's got us sort of stuck in with a bunch of rocks here. Whereas before they had it in a colorful flower bed area. So, and it was supposed to be highlighted in the presentation as sort of an entryway showpiece of what you would see as you entered in, but because of all the trees and stuff in the way, you can't really see them very well. But there's the Old Town Tavern. Been doing a busy month here, March, with spring training going on. And so here we have the horses there, the yearlings, all fixed up, back in their place here. I think they should be more elevated in my opinion, but that's just me. You can see here's another one of the colorful horses they placed down here. It's now 7:48 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Entering down into Old Town itself, Brown and Main. And back over here, the Bischoffs. All access is open back up. In the area here around the banyan tree. As we look back up the mall area here, you can see, you can't even really see the horses at all from down here. I think that's another poor implementation of the design. I don't think a lot of this stuff, it changed over time, so it may be as it changed, they weren't able to keep a cohesive idea about what they were trying to do here. But once these trees grow up, some years in the future the horses will be a little more visible, but this is what you got now. See, here's a little sign that tells you about these colorful horses here. I'm not sure it can be read there, but so I think this is going to finish up the tour for today. Just wanted to come down and sort of see what the progress had been in my 2 months absence. East End still not completed, and all this West End still doing some work here and there to complete it. But so here we are on March 23, 2023. Time now is 7:50 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So guy's back with his leaf blower, so I think I'm just going to finish up here and call it a day. Alrighty. A little bit last shot of the horses